Have you ever felt a sense of isolation, like you're being prepared for something greater? It's a feeling that can be both unsettling and profound. Many times God uses periods of solitude to draw us closer to him. In these quiet moments, we can hear his voice more clearly, away from the noise and distractions of daily life. He wants to speak to our hearts, to refine our spirits, and to equip us for the blessings he has in store. It's a time for introspection and spiritual growth. These periods of isolation are not punishments, but rather they are opportunities for growth and transformation. They are times when we can shed old habits and embrace new, healthier ones. When we feel alone, it's easy to question God's plan. We might feel abandoned or forgotten, but these feelings are part of the journey. We might wonder why he seems distant or why he's allowing us to go through difficult times. These questions are natural and part of our human experience. But it's in these moments of uncertainty that our faith is tested and strengthened. It's where we learn to trust in his wisdom and timing. Just as a seed must be buried in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout and grow, so too must we go through seasons of preparation before we can fully receive God's blessings. This process is essential for our development. Remember, God is always with you, even when you can't feel his presence. His love and guidance are constant, even in the silence. He sees your heart. He knows your struggles, and he has a plan for your life. Every challenge you face is a step towards the destiny he has crafted for you. Trust in his timing and know that he is using the season of isolation to prepare you for something amazing. The dawn always follows the darkest part of the night. Embrace this time of solitude as a gift, a time to draw closer to God and to discover the incredible plans he has for you. Use this period to build a stronger, more resilient faith. Sometimes God's blessings come in unexpected packages. We may be so focused on what we think we need that we miss the subtle ways he's working in our lives. Divine blessings can manifest as opportunities, relationships, or even challenges that push us to grow. It's important to remember that God's ways are not our ways. What we perceive as a setback may actually be a setup for something greater. When we surrender our desires to God and trust in his plan, we open ourselves up to receiving his blessings in all their fullness. Don't limit God by putting him in a box. His blessings are as vast and varied as his creation. Be open to the unexpected, and you'll be amazed by the ways he chooses to bless you. Remember, every breath you take, every beat of your hair is a gift from God. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude, and you'll begin to see his blessings all around you. Stepping out in faith can be scary. It requires us to trust in God's plan, even when we don't have all the answers. But it's in those moments of uncertainty that we experience his power and faithfulness most fully. When God calls you to something new, it's natural to feel afraid. You might doubt your abilities or worry about the challenges ahead. But remember, God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. He will give you the strength, wisdom, and guidance you need to fulfill his purpose for your life. Don't let fear paralyze you. Embrace the unknown with courage and confidence, knowing that God is walking beside you every step of the way. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Trust in his promises and step out in faith, knowing that he has amazing things in store for you. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience. We all have moments when we question God's plan or wonder if he's really listening to our prayers. But it's important to remember that doubt doesn't disqualify us from God's love or his blessings. When doubts creep in, don't try to ignore them or pretend they don't exist. Instead, bring them to God in prayer. Talk to him about your fears, your worries, and your uncertainties. He already knows what's in your heart, but he wants you to share it with him. Remember, God's grace is sufficient for you. He doesn't expect you to be perfect, and he understands your struggles. When you feel overwhelmed by doubt, lean on his strength. Read his word, spend time in prayer, and surround yourself with supportive people who will encourage you in your faith. Signs of impending blessings. While God's ways are not always our ways, there are often signs that he's about to do something amazing in our lives. These signs can be seen in the everyday moments and the extraordinary ones. These signs may be subtle or profound, but they all point to his faithfulness and his love for us. They remind us that we are never alone and that his plans for us are always good. One of the most common signs of impending blessings is personal growth. This growth can manifest in various ways, such as increased wisdom. When you're going through a season of preparation, God is working behind the scenes to mold you into the person he created you to be. This process can be challenging, but it is always purposeful. You may face challenges that test your patience, your perseverance, or your faith. These trials are not meant to break you, but to build you up. But Each obstacle you overcome strengthens your character and prepares you for the blessings to come. Every victory, no matter how small, is a step closer to the fulfillment of God's promises. Another sign of God's favor is a shift in your circumstances. This shift can be sudden or gradual, but it always brings a sense of hope and renewal. This could mean a new job opportunity, a financial breakthrough, or an unexpected blessing that changes your life for the better. Or a restoration of broken relationships. Healing and reconciliation are powerful signs of God's work in our lives. When you've been faithful in the little things, God will entrust you with more. Your diligence and faithfulness do not go unnoticed. He sees your heart. He knows your desires, and he will answer your prayers in his perfect timing. Trust in his timing, for it is always perfect and filled with love. Personal growth. A testament to God's grace. Personal growth is not always easy or comfortable. It often involves facing our fears, confronting our weaknesses, and stepping outside of our comfort zones. But it's through these challenges that we discover our true potential and become more like Christ. When you look back on your life, you can probably see how God has used difficult experiences to shape you into the person you are today. Those times when you felt lost, alone, or afraid were actually opportunities for growth and transformation. God was with you every step of the way, even when you couldn't feel his presence. Don't be afraid of challenges. Embrace them as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become more like the person God created you to be. Remember, he will never give you more than you can handle. He will provide the strength, wisdom, and guidance you need to overcome any obstacle and to walk in victory. Shifting circumstances, sometimes blessings come in the form of changed circumstances. You may have been praying for a breakthrough in your finances, your health, or your relationships. And while the answer may not always come in the way you expect, God is always faithful to his promises. When you've been through a season of waiting, it can be easy to become discouraged or to lose hope. But it's in those moments that you need to hold on to God's promises even tighter. Remember, he is a God of miracles, and he can do anything. Don't give up on your dreams or on God's plan for your life. Continue to pray, to trust, and to believe that he is working behind the scenes on your behalf. When you least expect it, you'll look back and see how God has orchestrated every detail of your life for your good in his glory. One of the most profound signs of God's blessing is a spiritual awakening. This could manifest as a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper hunger for God's word, or a greater awareness of his presence in your life. When you experience a spiritual awakening, it's like seeing the world with new eyes. You begin to understand God's love for you in a deeper way, and you're filled with a desire to share that love with others. If you're feeling spiritually dry or distant from God, ask him to rekindle your passion for him. Spend time in his word, pray for guidance, and seek out fellowship with other believers. God is always ready to meet you where you are and to draw you closer to himself. A time for reflection. Take some time to reflect on your own life. Have you been through seasons of isolation or uncertainty? Can you look back and see how God used those experiences to prepare you for something greater? Write down your thoughts, your feelings, and any insights God reveals to you. Sharing your story can be a powerful way to encourage others who may be going through similar challenges. Remember, you are not alone in your journey. God is with you every step of the way, and he has a plan for your life that is filled with hope, purpose, and blessing. Open your heart to blessings. God is a good God, and he desires to bless his children abundantly. His love for us is boundless, and his blessings are endless. But sometimes we can get in the way of his blessings by our own fears, doubts, and unbelief. These negative emotions can cloud our vision and prevent us from seeing the good that is already present in our lives. We may be so focused on what we don't have that we fail to see all the good things God has already done in our lives. It's easy to overlook the small miracles and everyday blessings that surround us. Today, I encourage you to open your heart to receive God's blessings. Take a moment to reflect on the positive aspects of your life and express to it for them. Let go of your fears, your worries, and your need to control everything. Release the burdens that weigh you down and make space for God's grace to enter. Trust in his timing, his plan, and his unfailing love for you. Remember that his ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. When you surrender your life to God and trust in his goodness, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You allow his blessings to flow freely into your life. You'll begin to see his hand at work in every area of your life, and you'll experience his peace, his joy, and his abundance in ways you never thought possible. His presence will become more evident, and his love will become more tangible. So go out today with a grateful heart and an expectant spirit. Embrace each moment with a sense of wonder. Embrace the unknown, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. His guidance and protection are ever present, leading you towards a future filled with hope and promise. He has amazing things in store for you if only you'll open your heart to receive them. Trust in his goodness and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways.